everybody on this Monday morning. It's 8:17. There's a new law in effect in Illinois that stops cyberbullying and social media harassment at some schools. Now, this means that administrators have access to a student's social media account if they are suspected of cyberbullying, even if it takes place off school property. The law went into effect January 1st, and joining us this morning to talk a little bit about it and why this law is important and how teachers can or should utilize it is Kortney Peagram, owner and president of Bulldog Solutions. Kortney, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Break down this law for everybody at home and for me to just let us know what is, give us the surface of it.
Okay, the surface, it's all about being able to do something about online threats and harassment. So that's what's added to the law right now. And schools can do something now.
And how important do you think having such a law like this in effect is going to make a difference?
It makes a huge difference. Schools can intervene sooner, and it can really help stop things before it escalates.
And do you think, because Chicago Public School, they've come out and said that they're not really going to use this. They don't want to have to use a kid to go and ask a kid for his password to get into their social media accounts. They think that should be something that's handled at home, case basis, basically. But some school districts around the state of Illinois have said, yes, they're going to go ahead and do it.
Well, it's not like they're going to go and use everyone's social media accounts. It's if there's evidence and if there's threats, then the schools can get involved. And I think at that point it's important because you don't, as a parent and as a professional, I would never want to see what my child being threatened. I want something to be done about it.
Now, isn't it though that, I mean, there are so many things, exchanges going on between the person that's being bullied and the bullier. Isn't there's enough evidence out there where the parents can just pull out that, print that information and give it to school officials? Why is it that the school officials have to have the password for that? When I can give you, as a parent, I can give you the information, the evidence that's needed.
Yeah, some parents don't get involved, and that's why the law did change, because parents have their hands tied, schools has their hands tied, and nothing's getting done. So it's really important to start using the law and educate our students about digital citizenship.
And you really do think this law is going to make a difference here in the state of Illinois?
I think it's going to make a huge impact, a positive impact, and we can really use that law to help protect our children.
This is just something else for victims out there. Another layer for them to feel safe out there, for all teenager students to feel safe out there.
It's about making the schools safer too, yes.
And at what point do you think a teacher should check in with a child that is being possibly bullied in school to find out what's going on?
So I think it's really important, if looking for the signs when a child is being bullied, more dismissive, they're withdrawn. At that point they should ask, and they should also educate in the classroom about what is social media and how it's never really private. It's out there once you put it online.
So do you think the teacher should ask the child for the password, or should the teacher call a conference with the parents and say, this is what I believe is going on, can I have access to your child's password?
So it's all dependent on the school's policy and how to move forward, but I would recommend that we should contact the parents and get involved as a group and intervene and mediate the situation.
Force them all to have that conversation about that.
Yes.
And you really think this is going to help?
I think it's going to help, and we're excited at Bulldog Solution that finally something's being done and that we can really have the power to educate our students and do something about this.
Have you heard from parents in the past about what they can do if they suspect or if they think their child is being bullied, or if their child is a bully?
So yeah, we have heard. I work a lot in schools, and when we do our issues, sometimes the parents of the perpetrator don't get involved and don't care to remove the threats. So parents get stuck then, and schools couldn't get involved before.
Wow.
Now they're able to help. So it's really, it's a great thing that's in place.
So Kortney, do you think after all the stories that have been out there, all the cases of suicides that we've reported on from students who are, victims of cyberbullying, do you think that some parents just think that this is something that'll go away? They try to brush it under the rug and think, well, they're not physically harming my child, but it's doing so much more damage.
Oh, it's worse. It's someone behind a computer that's saying very inappropriate and hurtful things. So they're threatened. I wouldn't threaten you face to face, but if I can go in behind a computer, I have the power to really say some things to you, and you might really believe them.
Wow. Kortney Peagram, thank you for joining us, Bulldog Solutions. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.